Good morning, good evening, and welcome to this week's Fiberific Live Craft and Chat, where we craft and chat live. I've changed some things here, so let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me, all that good stuff. Different microphones. I thought I'd test out the no microphone in my face thing. So we'll see how it goes. I gotta wiggle over, wiggle. Now I was running around doing 11 billion things. So and I'm back into some Ecamm software. I want to make sure I'm well versed in all my softwares. So I wanted to just double check some things. So Kelly Powell is here. Hey Kelly and Bianca. It changes the order. I know Bianca was first, but I put Kelly first, and I don't know why. Good morning, Leanne. Great to see you. There's Bianca. Good to see you. Great to see you here. Thank you. Thank you. I did want to change that up a little bit, but I don't think I can I don't want to do it on the fly. I don't want to do it on the fly, but I do want to play with it a little bit. I'm going to change some things, make some things look a bit different, and see how they go. So I'm assuming you guys can hear me because I'm just going to keep going. According to everything on my side here, there is audio. I am not muted, and everything is good, right? Right? I'm just going to keep going. So I haven't checked my overhead camera. Oh yeah, you can see in here. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me, Kelly. I very much appreciate you telling me, because you know I think we have a lot of lurkers today. Let me just nope. That's not what I wanted. I want back that. I think no, that's not it. Where's my second camera? That says 2 cameras. Hang on a second. 2 cameras. That's still not it. Are you plugged in? I didn't think to check the second camera, guys. So let me just... Why are you doing this? We've got no craft camera. We have no craft camera. And look, you can see the fact that I've got to frame things. All right, let me just... I don't know why it is doing that. So I'm going to build a scene while we chat. So make sure you pop in the chat. What's in your cups today? I have a Yeti full of good hot coffee. And I also have a big bottle of bubbly water. So I'm going to be going hard with the water for most of the stream. I have my coffee. My throat is getting a lot better. It's not 100%, but it's definitely getting better. So while I live build out a scene, so sorry everybody who doesn't care about building scenes. Plus new scene. Okay, we're going to call it 2 cams, and then we need to change this camera to be the Brio. Hello Brio, look at you. And the other thing is, it's not zoomed in ready yet either, so it's all over the shop too. Wow, you know, you just assume that everything's ready to go because you haven't changed anything, and then you realize it's just not, which is kind of hilarious. If you were there for if you were there, hang on, as the microphone changed as well, there we go. It brought in different mics, so I fixed that. So thank you for letting me know. I have fixed it. I'm just fixing some stuff here. There we go. Camera. We would like to pan and tilt that. We would like to zoom in and tilt down. I would like less of my desk, pretty please. There we go. Oh, is this straight? It's straight enough. This isn't straight. That'll do. Yeah, something changed. Okay, yeah. There's air in your cup. And you got to see me go live. That is awesome. I'm just gonna zoom that out a little, but just zoom this one in. There we go. All right, okay. So that is that. Now we need to add in my face because we've got to have my face. So we need to add a camera. I'm not going to be doing like all the pretty borders and everything just because, you know, I can't be bothered. So plus. Oops, I need to bin that one. So cam link. Zoom. There we go. Why are you? Okay, then we need to make it smaller. Actually, we want to make it square. And then we make it smaller. We pop you over there. There we go. All right. That's it. That's all I'm doing. That's it. I'm not doing anything else. It's stressful enough. I don't like doing this stuff live. I like doing this stuff where I can sit here staring at screens and being housekeeping. So let's just go back to add. Oh, that's. Why have you done that? That's the wrong camera. That's terrible. Have I gone back to main Sony? Oh. Because there we go. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. I haven't used Ecamm for a little bit. All right. Housekeeping. Today is the 3rd Thursday of the month. IKEA is on. I am going. I'm going to IKEA. I will be there from about 6 p.m. That's IKEA Logan. We just set up, you know, we make a nest in the middle of the food court. Well, at the back of the food court. So feel free to just jump in and visit and hang out. It is also the 3rd Saturday of the month, which I know it sounds bizarre, but they don't always line up. So there will be a productivity stream. So if you don't know what a productivity stream is, that is where we have, I sit here working, but we have tunes playing. And so it's mostly just the tunes playing. So if you're not into music, if you're not into listening to Creator Mix, because I use Creator Mix, it's safe for me to use on YouTube. So we've got Creator Mix bangers happening, sitting here crafting. I've got some ends to weave in on a project. I'm really behind on a pile of projects. So we're going to get into those, and I don't talk as much during the productivity streams. I check in, but I just sit here and craft with cameras on and music playing. And I have it so I can hear the music as well. So I have my headphones on. So if you are free, it's from 10 o'clock on Saturday. And we normally go for a few hours. So from like 10 till even 1 Brisbane time. So we normally go for an extra hour than we do because we're just sitting here chilling and working. So definitely, if you're around for that, I always find them really fun. I find them really fun. So I haven't decided which craft I'm going to work on. Look, I grabbed my iPad. I made sure it had some charge. I've got a few options. I really should just work on the blanket though, shouldn't I? Because it'd be really nice just to kick over a second blanket. Retreat update. Who wants a retreat update? Let me see. I saw something about the retreat. It's fab that you're well enough to go to Caffeinated Crafters. I agree. Retreat update. Okay. So those of you that have already paid your deposit, check your email. I have sent out retreat paperwork. So if you can please fill that in and get it back to me. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, we do have a waiting list for retreat. It is currently booked out, but we do have a waiting list. So if you want to jump on the waiting list, you absolutely can. Send me an email, chantelle@fiberific.com.au, and I will add you to the waiting list. But we have we're totally booked out right now, but sometimes stuff happens. So, you know, if you go on the waiting list, there is a possibility that you'll be able to jump in. So the retreat this year is 4:55. That gives us Friday afternoon, all day Saturday until like 2 o'clock Sunday at the venue. Leonie looks after us like you wouldn't believe. We get fed. We get to just sit and craft until Leonie runs the venue, until Leonie comes and yells at us and tell us to come and eat our food. So we go and eat our food. She doesn't yell at us. She very nicely lets us know dinner's ready. And then we go and eat our food, and then we go back and craft some more. On Saturday morning, we do a little demo or a little mini workshop of something, which I haven't finalized just yet, so I don't want to announce what that is. Attendees receive a little gift bag with some goodies in it that some of the other attendees put in, as well as some of the sponsors put things in, and I put things in, and we just have a really great time. The dates are 16th to 18th of August. So the 16th to 18th of August, it's that weekend. If you need to travel, if you need to come interstate, I highly recommend that we'll have a little messenger group just for retreat attendees. Chat with some of the other attendees who need to travel. You need a car. There is no way to get from the airport to the venue without a car of some description. So if you all pitch in together, it works out a lot better. And being able to do that and having a car means that you can, pop out and things like that. It is a little off the beaten track. It is, but it's a really lovely venue. We've been there. I think, is this our 4th retreat? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's our 4th retreat. It's either I think it's the 4th. Oh my gosh, it is. I was like, maybe it is the 3rd. No, it's definitely the 4th retreat. And we just have a really fun time just hanging out, kicking back. Everybody gets a 6-foot table to work on. That's one of the things I love about it. We all have space. So if you've got a big project, you've got space to work on. I'm getting a message that my internet is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Well, that's frustrating, isn't it? There's not much I can do. I mean, I could run a cord. I don't think it'll make a difference. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me know if the signal gets too weak for you guys. I will run a cord. It's been a while since I've had to run a cord. But I am also not home alone, so I don't know what other internet usage is happening. Okay, let me just move this keyboard out of the way. Alrighty. Hey, Holly, how are you going? This week's TV viewing has been a show called Shakespeare and Hathaway. It's a murder mystery or a private investigators. Is it always murder? I don't know if it's always murder. I think it might always be murder now that I think about it. I don't think it starts off as murder, but it always ends up as murder. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to have to sit back and have a look now. So I've been really enjoying it. It's really fun and really funny, and there's some really fantastic characters in it. And I'm just really enjoying it, and I highly recommend it. So if you're looking for something to watch that you want to see, I would go and check it out. Definitely. All right. Let me get the iPad, dig up the pattern. Notability. Okay, thanks. I'm not doing an iPad update right now, please. I would like to just use the software. All right, we are on mustard yellow. Okay. Does this ever happen to you guys? You go and do something, right? And you go and do something on your computer, but then it's like, actually, I'm just going to run this quick update. And you're just like, I just need to do this thing. Can I do the thing first? No. You can just do the update, and then we'll discuss it. How is is the stream blurry for anybody? Is it all good? Or should I go and run that cable before I, settle in? Oh, I knocked it. Yeah. My box of Sunbite snacks. All right. So I've realised I was halfway through this. I've done no work on this blanket since last week's stream. I'm clear. Video and sound is good. Okay, all right. I won't worry about it then. Let us change the camera. Oh, please be good. Oh, where's that second camera gone now? Where'd you go? What did I do with you? I moved you down because you were in the way. Are you kidding me right now? I don't know what's going on. I have to fix it back up again. So let's go Logitech Brio, thank you. And then we have to add in our second camera. All right, let me find. There we go. Let's just 2 cameras. This is just frustrating. All right. Then I don't know why it's not working. It hates me. Cam link. All right. See, and it's done that. That's so annoying. That's supposed to be a Camlink 4K right there. Brio Camlink 4K. So that's this scene. I'm so annoyed right now. And then this scene is supposed to be the Logitech Brio. Is it going to make me switch? This is so frustrating. I don't know what I've done wrong here. It's very frustrating. Aren't you holding... I'm definitely not holding my mouth the right way. It definitely, like, yeah, definitely not holding my mouth the right way. All right, so main Sony is supposed to be that. All right, so let's not touch that. So lock that. You are locked. 2 cams is supposed to be this. So it is let's make you square so you're little. Ah, that was the problem. It was there the whole time, but it was too big. Main Sony. Camera. Unlock. Camera. There we go. Let's see. That works. And that works. I don't know. I don't know. I fixed it. I'm not touching it. Well, I didn't, like, look. That's not supposed to be there. Why is that there? Hang on. Look, you know what? We'll have to jerry rig it and stuff it around. Let me think. Yeah, I'm definitely not holding my mouth right. Bub Curran, hello. It's good to see you here. Hubby can't find his hat. I've been looking for it between. Is it on his head? Because that's the first place I have to look. There is a super chat. Home Rapid Repair. Thanks so much. You respect my Star Trek shirt? Thanks. Love my USS Titan shirt. Thank you so much. There is a post in the Facebook group. So anything that you're working on, please share pickies of it. Absolutely love to see it. Thank you, Leanne. So yeah, I'm just having a day where I can't seem to work out how to use Ecamm. It's just what it is my brain is not in the right, frame of mind for this. So it's all like, oh no, everything's good, everything's fine, except everything's not good and everything's not fine. So, we'll get there. We might just have to press things and change things up. I'll have to sit down afterwards, and I've obviously done something. So, or I just don't understand something. What it is, right? I can tell you what it is. Is this little camera here that I'm looking at. It's in show all in all scenes, but I want it just to show in the current scene, but it won't let me move it. So it's just being a butt. That's all. It's just being a bit of a butt face, and I'll move it later because you can usually just drag and drop. No issues. Done. Boom. But it's being a little bit of a sukilala. I wonder if I just added in a new one and then removed that one. Could be. Oh, thank you for sharing my sun gold pattern. Okay, unlocked. Okay, so it's being not nice. We need to remove that one because that shouldn't be there. Settings doesn't let me choose a scene. Anyway, what I'm making right now, this is the sun gold blanket. Kelly has just popped in the link for it. It was a crochet along from Attic 24 that I ended up late on. So I've had a shocking year so far. I was all keeping up for the first few clues, or the first instructions. What it's caught catching on the purple. Let me just fix that. And then I got COVID and I never caught back up. And then, then I got, just as I was starting to get my brain back, I got sick again, ended up with like a throat infection, and, my asthma kicked in. And it's just been a pretty rough and rotten year for my health so far. It's not been awesome. Let's just go with that. And so I'm actually really behind on some of the projects that I was working on. I managed to finish Abby's blanket. I actually need to go into Ravelry and finish that and add in some photos I took because that's all finished and gifted. She has it. And then I want to get this blanket finished because it was supposed to be finished in January. So I'm a little behind on that one. It's probably still portable enough that I could actually take it with me to work on tonight at Caffeinated Crafters. And just like sort of choose, not take all of the colours, but just take the next couple of colours. Yeah, so just, so I can keep going on it, just trying to get some momentum back, because I'd really love to just sort of knock this one over. It's such beautiful colours. Now, Attic 24, her projects are normally done in Stylecraft Special DK, and those of you that know me, it's not my favourite yarn. I try to like it. I love how many colours it's available in. I think the colour range is phenomenal, so I understand why designers are using it. I really do. I don't like how it feels. Honestly, I just don't. And so having options, the Wool Warehouse in the UK, this is their yarn line. This is like their in-house acrylic blend. And it's the Yarnsmiths Create, and it has very similar color range to Stylecraft Special DK. I'm going to go with, I think that's intentional. And what they did, because they had a problem with supply of some of the Stylecraft colors, rather than having to try and make 11 billion kits or using Stylecraft, they gave us an option to buy it in Stylecraft or to buy it in Yarnsmith. So I thought, well, I definitely want to try the Yarnsmith. And I have to say, I prefer it over the Stylecraft. It's just that little bit softer. Now, I haven't washed this yet. Obviously, I haven't finished it. So I don't know how well it sort of holds up over time. But so far as just using it, it feels quite nice. And my skin doesn't react to it. I don't get itchy hands from it. And it's very soft. So I'm very much enjoying it. And the colors are just very, very similar. So yeah. I like that. You're not behind, you're just cruising at a life timeline. Yeah. Yeah, but I had plans, Jancy. I had all these plans for this year, and I've done like hardly any of them. Yeah, it is April, and it's mid-April. It's mid-April already. So yeah, it's really just flying by. It sounds like my year. I was so ready to start focusing more on my business, making videos, and then my life exploded. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. John O'Brien, it is so good to see you here. Thanks for jumping in. I know you've been very, very busy. Well, I'm assuming you're busy because you've been, you know, not on the internets as much, or at least not hanging out with us as much. When it comes over to Ecamm, I'll share it on the screen. Ecamm. Takes a little second. There it is. Add to the broadcast. 29 months of membership. Who here can believe that it's been that long since we started the channel members? I can't believe it's been that long. I really can't. But thank you, John, for always being so supportive. Oh, you've been sick as well. Oh, no. Yeah, because life happens. Life happens. So sometimes you just can't do all the things you want to do. But I hope you're feeling better. I really do. Holly's also celebrating 29 months of membership. Oh my goodness. Now, speaking of members, I am going to sort out a time for another members only Discord video call. I'll probably have to do this one at a different time. So I don't know if it'll work for everybody. Just trying to fit it all back in around some stuff. Just because, like, I'd love to just be able to go, hey, let's do it, like, because, you know, we've got Caffeinated Crafters on the first and third Thursdays of the month. We have the productivity streams on the third Saturdays of the month. And I'd love to be able to go, oh, it's, you know, the whatever it is. Except the problem is we also, on the last Saturday of the month, we have Caffeinated Crafters. For a Saturday catch up, but it's just once a month, but it's on the last Saturday of the month. Now, sometimes there is a Saturday in between the productivity stream and the Caffeinated Crafters, but not every month. So I sometimes I have to just sort of work my way around it, and go from there. Oh, yeah, I loved it, Leanne. I thought it was just so much fun. I loved seeing everybody else and listening to what they had to say and just see their craft while they're crafting on it. And it was such a nice hangout for the channel members. Now, there will be one thing coming up, and I need to warn all of you channel members. Going forward, and once I set a date, there'll be a grace period. But once I actually work out a way to fit it in every single month, because I do want to fit it in every single month, ad skippers won't get access to that. So that's the lowest tier of the channel members. They won't get access to that. They'll still get everything else. They just won't get access to those calls. So if you are someone who is on ad skippers, keep an eye out for the changes. Right now, there's no difference. Right now, it's all good. But keep an eye on the changes, because in the next couple of months, I will be changing it over, and the ad skippers will not be able to attend those calls. The other 2 tiers will be able to. I sort of had to sort of sit down and have a think about some stuff, and that was the outcome of it. So for now, nothing is changing. And then, yeah, so for now, nothing is changing, but in the next month or 2, there will be some changes. So keep an eye out, please. Francis says, can you do the June long weekend? Or is that just a New South Wales holidays? Otherwise I work Saturdays. I'll have to double check. I stream to another channel on Mondays, so my Mondays are already out. So unless I can pick a different time, because I'm not available Mondays at this time. But yeah, we can have a look. We can have a look at an alternate. Usually, no, I'm going to be really frank. Sundays, I'm a zombie, okay? Because I work Saturday nights for some other creators. So I start work at about, 10:30-ish. And then depending on what's happening, I could be going until either 2 or 4:30, just depends on what the week is like. So Sundays, I'm normally a massive, big, huge zombie, totally useless, and just sit on the couch staring at the television, because for some reason I can't sleep in past about 10 o'clock. So I don't get and usually I'm up by 7, which is really frustrating because I just like to sleep, please. So yeah, it does make it trickier. Gabby says, I'd love to join to become a member, but could never find the join button. Really? That's so weird. Hang on, I'll give you a link. /@ Chantelle. No, it's fiberific. I see /join. I think that works. Copy URL into the chat. There you go. That should be a direct link to join. If you are on an iOS device, don't join that way. I believe the premiums work out higher, okay? I could be wrong, but I believe the premiums are higher if you join from an iPad or a iPhone. So definitely have a look into that. So if you want to join in, you can. Right now, the lowest membership is included, but going forward, if you still get you still get everything else. You just won't get access to the video chats. So yeah. But I need to go through and I need to update the YouTube end of it, and I'm not sure how long that takes. So I don't want to, set any expectations. Let me think. I want to get out of that screen and go back over there so I can watch what's going on. Oh, yeah, thanks. Cool. I'm glad it works for you. Oh, mods. You can either, if you could grab that link and throw it into the link list, that would be super awesome. Otherwise, it is just the channel, and this works for any channel. If you just have the channel like, this one's youtube.com/fiberific, and then you add a /join at the end, that will get you into the channel membership of that channel if they have a membership. Not every channel does memberships. But yeah, it's a fun one. But yeah, different devices have the join button in different spots. And if you're watching live on a device, sometimes it can be a bit, you've got to like close out of the chat, and it's a little bit of a pain. I'll be honest. They don't make it super easy. And the other thing that I don't like, ready? I'm just slide out the bucket of things I don't like. The other thing that I don't like is that when you click join, it doesn't let the video or the live stream keep playing in the background. It just stops it. And so you're missing out on whatever's happening while you're joining up. And I don't like that. Like if you're watching a live stream or if you're watching a video and then you click the join button, why can't it just be a pop-up over the front so you can at least still hear? Anyway, that would be my wish. John O'Brien is asking, is that a USS Titan shirt? Hang on, I just need to... Yes, it is. I got this from the actual designer of this shirt. There was some issues, and the guy who plays Captain Shaw, his name's just jumped, Todd Stashwick, this is a friend of his who created this shirt. And he was just like, all of these other like Redbubbles and Studio 60 or whatever it is, they all just copied his friend's design. And so this was actually from his friend. So I was I love it. And do you know what? This actual, like the shirt is so soft. You know, it's just, I just love it when you get a quality shirt. Now, it is supposed to be worn like this. It's like, that's the point of it. But yeah, I'm like on an angle here. Maybe the camera's on an angle. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just need to sit like this. I don't know. I'm not. I won't be sitting like this. So let's go back down here. And I need to show that camera again because for some reason, don't ask me why. Actually, can I fly it in? Settings. Transition. Fly in from the right. It really should be in. It should be in just showing this scene. I don't know why. I'm going to try and move it one more time. I don't know why it won't go to the spot I want it to go. Come back here. Anyway, I'm not gonna look at it. Are you wearing a Star Trek shirt as well? Bring it. Come on, Star Trek fans. That is awesome. Holly is Team Yeti. Welcome, Holly. Clink. I'm not smacking you in the face with it. I'm clinking yours, okay? Clink. Your shirt has a few Enterprises, the Reliant, and the Stargazer. No, I've got another one. It looks a bit like a Christmas decoration. It looks like a bit of a Christmas tree. And it's all these different classes of ships like flying up. Anyway, I love it. It's not supposed to be a Christmas tree. It's supposed to be the Star Trek insignia. Looks like a Christmas tree. It does. I wear it as a Christmas shirt. That's how much it looks like a Christmas tree. Gabby Rodriguez, thank you for becoming a channel member. Oh my goodness. You're a champion. I'm so happy you could finally join too. I didn't realize you couldn't find the join button. But thank you so much. I have to make something. Do I have any? I don't have anything. I've got super chats. I don't have anything for, I don't have anything for channel members. I did have a thing. I need to remake the thing. I will set it up. I'll make it happen. And I will do a special one just for you for next week, Gabby, as a thank you for reminding me to do the thing. I need a note to remind me to do the thing, but I'll try and remember. There's my soapbox. Thank you. I have a Ritos shirt from Lower Decks, which is freaking cancelled after. I know. It's just, I mean, like, we're so used to getting 7 seasons out of Star Trek, and when we don't, it's just disappointing. Are you clinked back? Clink. Or like clink. Team Yeti. I hope you love your Yeti as much as I love my Yeti. How come every time I want to print, we need ink? frustration stations. It happens that way sometimes. I find out that Abby's used all the colour every now and again, but I don't do much colour printing, so it's not a biggie for me. I'm like, just double checking I haven't screwed anything up, because it happens. And I set up a Louis cam and everything, but he got up and left. He went and hung out with Abby instead. I'll see if I can get him to come in. Louis! Louis! Abby, don't hold him. There's a Louis cam waiting for him. Abby says he's too asleep to come and be on camera. I'll show you the Louis cam. Louis cam, where are you? There you are. There we go. Look at that. Little empty dog spot. So empty. I think I've just worked out what the problem is. I don't have a folder for... anyway. All he does, yeah. I agree, John. I agree. All he does is lay there while he's on camera anyway. It's not like he actually does anything. He just snoozes and rolls around and just sort of circles, slowly circles while he's asleep. Just moves and rolls into the cool spot, moves out of that spot, rolls into the next cool spot. You're right. He just sleeps. But he looks cute while he's sleeping. I need the cute factor. Let me just Logitech. There we go. I'm happy with that. Alrighty. We're nearly at the end of this one. What are you all working on? Did anyone tell me, or did I just totally miss it? What's everyone doing in their crafting adventures right now? Or, you know, if you're not crafting, what are you working on? You don't have to be crafting to hang out in these chats. It's just, you know, what I tend to be doing. Lots is going on. So one of the reasons why I'm readjusting to Ecamm is StreamYard just got bought out by another company. And I just want to make sure that just in case something hinky happens, that I have an alternative set up and ready to go, because the company that bought Ecamm out is a little bit notorious for some particular things, and they've already started doing some of those things, and it's just a little bit sad. But I just want to make sure that I'm, you know, obviously I need the practice. I can't work out how to get this stupid picture to only be in this scene. I know where it needs to be, but I can't make it go there. It's very frustrating. Anyway, let's have a look here. Frances has warped up her loom recently with enough for 3 scarves, only to realise it didn't have as much hand spun as I thought in the right colours. So I'm madly spinning up 1/2 kilo in 3 colour lots. Oh, that's kind of funny, but also not. But it is, but it's not. Bub Curran is working on the Helen Stewart MCAL. Now, MCAL, that's machine knit along, right? Or is it mystery knit along? See, we had MCALs when I was in a machine knitters group. So is that a mystery knit along or a machine knit along? I just want to check. Game Widows is starting to cut stock for Bendigo. That is awesome. Can't wait to see the sorts of things that you make. Almost done with the 11th skein of the corner to corner join as you go. You know, I nearly brought in my join as you go project. I really felt like working some cotton today, And my join as you go is in some 8-ply Bendigo cotton. But I was like, no, I just want to finish this one first, get it out of the way, tick another blanket off the list. My join as you go is taking me quite a long time. Woodstead Creative is back on the procrastination blanket. That's so funny. Bianca's trying to decide what to make next. So do you want to make another garment or do you want to make something else? You've made lots of tops lately. Have you considered making the knitted pants that some of us are going to make for retreat? That's going to be my next cast on, is starting those pants. Once I finish a blanket, I'll start the pants. That's my goal. Molly is working and listening. Awesome. Kelly is working on a crochet witchy hat. Oh, I've missed so much. I didn't even know you were making a witchy hat. Vampyre's making a door snake now that it's getting colder at night. That's a fantastic idea. I love it. What are you going to fill your door snake with? And Holly is also trying to figure out what she wants to work on. So Holly, did you want to knit or crochet? And do you want it to be a wearable or a not wearable? Because, you know, if we can narrow those two things down, that also really helps. Oh, it's a mystery knit along. Okay, thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. Leanne is sitting for a bit, putting a quick little pocket on an elf beanie. I did finish a shawlette this week. A Joy Clements design called Botanica. That sounds lovely. Knitspin Girls is knitting a cotton t-shirt, which feels like 11 billion stitches. It's going to be me in this t-shirt until the end of June. Oh, the end of time. The end of time. It was like the end of June. Oh my God, that's forever. But no, it's the end of time, which is even more forever. Oh my gosh. You'll knock it. You'll knock it over. You'll knock it over. I was looking at my t-shirt the other day that I'm knitting. I can pull it out. It's just here. So I did finish the cast off. I've still got to join the two ends of the cast off together because it's a I-cord bind off. So I want to, you know, or did I do that already? Hang on a second. Did I do that? No, look, I'm just sitting here with the last little bit on because I need to, I'm all tangled up here. Let's just make it so you can see what I'm even doing. I have no idea. All right, and then there we go. Isn't it amazing when you untwist it, how much clearer it looks? Yeah, so I'm on the final 3 stitches, or final 4, because this is a 4-stitch I-cord off. So I literally just need to join that into here. Like, so let's do the last one of these and then weave it with a needle into the end. And then that's the bottom of this shirt done. I am just going to wash it and see how I go once it's blocked, just to see if that I-cord keeps rolling. Otherwise, I will add something in that'll just weight it down a little. And then I need to do sleeves, because while it's not long sleeved, it's longer sleeve than this, because this just sort of sits here and I like it like, you know, here or, you know, halfway between. And then I need to pick up the stitches to do the I-cord bind off of the neck. So yeah, there's still a little bit to do on this shirt and it's all fiddly and annoying. I just want to say that. Get in there. Which could be why it's still sitting in the bag. Because my brain's like, oh, can I do hard things? No, I can't do hard things right now. I'm trying to make things from my stash and I don't have enough yarn for that. Ah, okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. So, like for the pants, I just out of curiosity, Kelly, how many balls of yarn did you use for your pants? Just off the top of your head, if you happen to know. That'd be great, because like I thought it was just a few balls. Like I obviously I've got a 5-pack of yarn. I've got big legs, so I need lots of yarn. But I think Kelly's I think Kelly's used 2 or 3 balls or something. I can't remember. Anyway, Jancy ran out of the fluoro yellow yarn for the cow, now waiting for postage. So picked up a whip of the Aurora cabin shawls. So many stitches in a row. Yeah, yeah. John says it's actually been a chilly spring here, so working on this blanket while under it is very nice. It has been a pretty hot autumn so far for us. Like, we're still getting 30-degree days. The temperature's dropping overnight, which is lovely, but we're still hitting 30-degree days. You know, like, and 28 to 30 degrees. The sun intensity has changed a little, but it's still hot. It's still hot. I have like 5 projects on, but I'm not in the mood for 2 of them, and I'm on the gusset part of my sock. I've decided to start joining my granny squares for a cardigan. I saw probably the first granny square cardigan that I've ever been interested in. I shared the link so that I wouldn't lose it, but I'll have to find it again so that I can share it with you guys. But I just was just like, I think I would actually wear that. Like, shocking. Kelly says, actually, I should finish off my sleeves in the Ilya sweater so I can wear it to our Kawanda Cafe catch-up. Yeah, you got a week. Or a week and a bit. A week and a bit. Woodstead Creative says, I'm in Southern Victoria, so we've hit the point of breaking out my electric knee rug. Oh my gosh. I am not there. I am not there yet. I'm hanging out to start a support chicken. We did talk about them last week. Should be on my hook tonight. Fingers crossed. Look, I love the idea of the support chickens, and I think if I made them as a doorstop, I would be more inclined. But I'm not 100% sold yet. I'm not 100% sold yet on the support chickens. I love the idea of them. And I love the pattern. The pattern is amazing. But I'm not sold. So, you know, because I have like 11 billion projects on the go already. Like, do I want to make a chicken? Or do I want to make one of these 14 million things that have been sitting in my queue for the last however long? All right, next color is paprika. All right. Bye-bye, mustard. Where's the paprika? See, I have it in a Star Wars bag. Cross things. Star Wars and Star Trek. Are you paprika? You look paprika-ish. Paprika. Look, there you go. Found you. What have you got, dangly bits? Oh, because you're not the paprika. I'm just pulling that out of another bowl. Go me. Well done. Excellent. Clever. That's probably one of the colours I'll need for caffeinated tonight. I've just ripped its middle out. Good job. Well done. Okay. You can't just make one. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Chickens are herd animals. They need friends. The Cable Crush pants use 2.7 balls of the Sierra. Okay. So they are 150 gram balls. So, yeah. Let's look. Dolores is in the house. Hello, Dolores. Thank you. It's freezing down here. Do you guys need me to come to Melbourne for a bit? Oh no, no, it gets cold when I come to Melbourne. It doesn't heat up. It's the other way around. Sorry, I forgot about that. I can come down in December and the temperature drops 20 degrees. So yeah. Doesn't work where I live. It only works when I travel. I'm not sold on the chick either, but as a doorstop, yeah, I could see myself using a doorstop. Yeah, I asked the question, like, if it allowed for that, and apparently it actually, like, the original pattern allows for it, so that's cool. Yeah, Game Wheeler says, no, you can't come down because then it will snow. Sorry. Oh, look, I'm such a Gumby. It's a single crochet. And then into here we do the things. All right. I got this. I'm talented. I'm a talented crocheter. I can do this. It's cold in Adelaide as well. It's not cold here. What's the temperature here today? Okay, Google. What is the temperature here today?
Today in Bethania, expect a high of 26 and a low of 16.
I'll take that. High of 26. Hello. Yesterday it got to 30. I nearly put the air conditioning on, but it just wasn't quite humid enough. I did, however, sit under a fan. Oh yeah, Leanne's intention is a doorstop as well. Yeah, I think as a doorstop, like it sounds silly, but as a doorstop it serves a purpose. Oh, or a passenger in your car. I like that. Have I done the right thing here? It just feels like it's a little snug. We'll see. Just keep going. Just keep going. I've been a victim of your weather affecting abilities too many times. Yeah, sorry about that. I still remember that time where you've rung me and you're like, are you in Melbourne right now? And I was like, yeah. And you were just like, damn it. Because, you know, the temperature dropped ridiculously for the time of year. Bubbly water. It's so bubbly. I made extra bubbles today. Extra bubbles. Come on, camera. Surely you can focus on moving bubbles. Anyway. But I didn't need chicken either, but apparently resistance is futile. Oh my gosh. I believe it. I believe it because my brain's just like, you do need a doorstop. You could really use a doorstop for the front door. Most of our other doors are sliding doors, but you could really use a doorstop for the front door. Oh, and I should say I did not win the prize home that I wanted to win, so I'm disappointed. I was looking forward to regular swims in a magnesium pool, and there was something else I was looking forward to. Oh, a ginormous bath, huge bath. I could totally fit in it. But I didn't win, so I don't get it. So mass disappointment, huge disappointment. Abby's happy because she didn't want to move. I'm not happy. I mean, I don't want to move either. Moving is horrible. Moving is the worst. But moving into something like that up at Budrum, which is where I want to live, or, you know, that way, I don't necessarily want to live in Budrum. I just want to live on the Sunshine Coast. So go. It's like home for me. I did a lot of my growing up in that area. So, yeah. I think it might be time for some coffee. Now, I'm going to use a sound effect that was made for me for my other channel for when somebody bought me a coffee. But because I feel like a coffee and I don't have any other noises, I'm going to use it. You ready?
Yes, it's coffee time. Coffee, 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 coffee. Cappuccino. Java. Yes! Hot coffee in my Yeti. And leave Logan. Yeah, I did not grow up in Logan. I am not a native of Logan. I am a transplant. This is the furthest I've ever lived from the water, honestly. In my entire, like, other than Sydney, in my entire life. Oh, and Toowoomba. Toowoomba's pretty far from the water. I lived in Toowoomba for a few years. But this is the longest I've lived this far from the water. I'm not actually a beach person, but I'm a sea breeze person. Does that make sense? Oh no, I finished my coffee and I can't make another because I don't have any more milk in the house. I did notice that they're nearly out of moo juice here. I use almond milk in my coffee, but they're nearly out of cow juice. So they'll have to go out and get some if they want milk for anything. I've never really been a big drinker of black coffee. I know it's like, I have a question. Those of you that are in the US, and I know majority of us are Australian right now, but if you are in the US, do you put milk in your coffee or do you have your coffee black? I would be very curious because like every book I read, every show I see, just about everybody has black coffee. And I think that here in Australia, it's less often that we have black coffee. Leanne says, gosh, me too, but I drive and visit the ocean pretty often. See, I don't. I visit the ocean maybe every 3 to 6 months for a day. That's about it. And it's not enough. It's not enough. I usually put Coffee Mate in my coffee. Is that powder? Is that powder stuff? I don't know. Because in Australia, Coffee Mate is a powder, right? It's like powdered milk, which is disgusting. But is it a powder or is it a liquid? I don't know. Like, it could be different in the US than Australia. Had it black yesterday morning when they screwed up my order. John says the Atlantic Ocean is in my backyard. I kind of hope not, because you know that could be really unsafe for you. But I do appreciate that it is close. Oh, here it's liquid. Okay, Coffee Mate. So I have a question. That you use Coffee Mate, the liquid. Is why wouldn't you just use milk? Like, is it just like a long life milk, or is it something else? Because I just always assumed it was just I like Game Witnesses. I don't understand the point of the Coffee Mate. So I would love to understand better. I really would. But like, if it's like, I don't understand why you don't use milk. So if you like white coffee, why not just use milk? Are you lactose intolerant? That makes total sense. And so Coffee Mate has no lactose in it? Because here powdered milk still has lactose, right? It's a non-dairy creamer. Oh, okay. I get why you do it then, but why do non-lactose tolerant people drink it? Diana Apple, great to see you. But you're a black tea drinker. You don't drink coffee, but you do drink your tea black. Well, yeah. And is Coffee Mate like got sugar in it or anything like I don't really understand. I know that we can get the powdered Coffee Mate here. I definitely have seen it. My dad buys it. I think it's gross. Yeah. So and it's just a thing because like here, it's always been coffee with milk or tea with milk. If you're broke, grab some powdered milk. Powdered milk is, I don't like powdered. Like my dad loves powdered milk, so even when not broke, he would still buy it. And I don't like the taste of powdered milk. So, and I think that's part of it for me is my brain goes, oh, why would you put powdered milk in your coffee? Because I'm getting that taste memory in my brain. So I don't understand really why. And as a person, I just also want to throw in, I don't add sugar to my coffee. I don't like sweet coffee. So I like white coffee, like with milk, but I don't add sugar. So I'm confused. It has different flavors. Okay, that's good to know. The creamers over there have flavors and sweeteners added. Okay. One of my craft groups, hang on, bring that on screen. One of my craft groups meets at a cafe. They were taking orders at another table, and they would say black coffee or white coffee. Oh, they wouldn't say black coffee or white coffee as it was considered racist. What? No, I don't think so. As a person with a black family, I don't think any of us consider it racist to say white or black coffee. I wouldn't use powder because that's gross. I would drink it black before adding powder. Pearly, it's so good to see you. It's been ages. I'm totally a latte girl. Otherwise, what am I drinking? If I make something at home, it has to be tea. Yeah, see, what I make is I've got an espresso machine. So in this guy here, I'm just going to take the little lid off. I'm just going to I'll just move that for a start. All right. Okay. That's what my coffee looks like, right? I'm just holding it like this because it's dripping, so I don't want to drip on the table. But that's what my coffee looks like. But that's with milk. So it's a long black coffee out of the espresso machine. So long black coffee and then just a splodge of the milk in the top. Now, whether I use almond milk or cow milk, because I go both ways, it's still the same amount. I want it that color. And it also cools it down a bit because I'm also a sook. I don't like my coffee too hot. My tongue burns and then I can't taste anything for like days. Okay. If you have to go powdered milk, use the skim milk variety. The full cream has an aftertaste that's a bit yuck. Yeah. And do you know what? Look, I'll tell you one thing I do like to use powdered milk for, and it sounds bizarre, is it's really good for making yogurt. So I used to, make tubs of yogurt all the time and turn that yogurt into like cream cheese. And I would use powdered milk and just a little bit of the yogurt stuff and make like a kilo yogurt really inexpensively, and then use the yogurt to make yogurt cheese and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it was really good. I like to use cream in my coffee if I'm feeling bougie. Bianca likes cream. Oh yeah, she is. She's actually put dairy cream. So Woodstead, are you in Australia or are you in the US? Because like, I just want to clarify that here in Australia, the cream is thick. It's not milk. It's really thick. Oh, you guys all thought it was utterly ridiculous. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, you like it that color as well, John, but with sugar. Okay. Yeah, my family all have sugar. I'm the only one. Like Tim, my husband, doesn't have sugar, but my mom and brothers and everybody, they all have sugar. I don't like almond milk in my coffee, but sometimes I like cashew milk. I'm really fussy with the almond milks. I've only found one that I like. So, oh yeah, and also, you're right, powdered milk for making custard. Absolutely. It works a treat. I love milky dark coffee and I use organic stevia. Lovely. See, I like strong coffee, but with milk. So I make a really strong coffee and then add a bit of milk to it. So I don't like weak coffee with milk. Does that make sense? UHT plus powdered milk makes great yogurt. Completely agree. Yeah, absolutely. And then you get like huge amounts of yogurt really inexpensively. Because like over here, a kilo tub of a decent brand of yogurt, you're looking at like $7. Whereas you really only need like a quarter cup of powdered milk, or is it a quarter cup? It might be half a cup of powdered milk and some water. And you'll get the same amount of yogurt, A large coffee, so about 590 mils. I think that's about the size of this guy. So that's a large coffee with 5 milk and 5 sugar. So are you talking about like those little tiny cups? Because I need about 5 of those, at least 3. They're ridiculously, like the little tiny, like peel the lid off and pour. I hate them. Like when you stay at hotels and stuff and they're like, oh, look, there's tea and coffee making facilities. And we're like, because both my husband and I we both like milky coffee, and we're like, how many little milks? Oh, we put 4 in there. So we'd both be able to have plenty. And you're just like, we stop at a shop and we buy milk. The smallest milk we can buy. The smallest plain milk that we possibly can get. Gabby says, my mum puts milk in her tea occasionally and I only take tea with no milk. Okay. Strong tea with milk, no sugar, no fruity flavors. Agreed. I have strong tea with milk, no sugar. I don't put milk in any kind of, like, I prefer black teas. So yeah, it's, yeah. Okay, you're in Victoria, so yes, you know what we, like 20 grams, I guess. 20 grams to 20 mils. No, I'm more like 60. 60 mils. I don't know what that is. Okay, Google. How many mils? Cancel. Hang on, we'll try again. Okay, Google. How many liquid ounces are in 60 mils?
60 thousandths of an inch is equal to 3.325 times 10 to the minus 8 fluid ounces.
I don't know what that meant. Could you hear that? That meant nothing to me. You guys don't do milliliters in the US, do you? You do like ounces and stuff. I'm just checking. Google. Thank you. 60 milliliters, 2 ounces. There we go. 2 fluid ounces. Yeah, I think I know the teaspoons. The teaspoons I was all right with. It was the milk I was struggling with. Yeah, and I like 40 to 60 mils. So I like a decent splodge of milk in my cup. I like it to be enough to change the temperature of the coffee, not just the color. Yeah, I like full cream milk. If I'm using cow juice, I like it to be full cream cow juice. 2 ounces is like 12 teaspoons. Okay. But I'm talking milk, not sugar. So you don't measure your milk in with teaspoons, right? I just like a blub, pour. So yeah, herbal teas, black, but I have a few that I like with milk. Okay. I measure my milk by the, I measure by the color as well. Yeah. Not a party pooper, everyone's got different tastes. Let me have a look here. I don't like coffee or real tea. I only drink herbal teas, like lemon and ginger or peppermint. No sugar, no milk. Yeah, if I'm having a herbal tea or a fruity tea, no sugar, no milk. Absolutely. In saying that, I will make iced tea using the fruity teas. So, you know, like those boxes of ones that you get from like T2 that have actually got the chunks of dried fruit in them and stuff. They're great for making iced tea with. Now, I don't make a very sweet iced tea, so I use like a couple of tablespoons, like heaped tablespoons of the tea mix into the bottom of a big, I've got like these big 2-liter things, drink things that have got like little strainers on them that go in the fridge. And so in the bottom of that, I'll make the tea really strong and then top it off with water and put in like 2 tablespoons of sugar in 2 liters. So it's not a sweet tea. It's just a refreshing drink. Sally, oh my goodness. I hope you're okay. Sometimes a good sleep though is nice. In saying that, yesterday after lunch was not feeling awesome, had a little lay down, just wanted to stretch out. I did something to my leg yesterday. I don't know what it did. I just wanted to stretch it out. Anyway, I fell asleep. I woke up to a phone call of the person who I was supposed to be meeting 40 minutes earlier to say, hey, what happened? I'm like, oh, I can come now. And they're like, yep, come on. Americans will measure with anything but the metric system. I do find that funny. I have to confess. Hey Sue, it's good to see you. Pearly says I'm scarily close to a T2. You do not want to be looking inside my cupboard where I keep all my tea. Oh, look, I'm the same. I don't actually live that close to one, but when I go to hang out with friends every now and again and they've got a T2 near them, and I just like, oh yeah, I'll grab a box of this and a box of that and a box of this. So yeah, whoops. I dislike the T2 Melbourne breakfast, open to sending the gifted containers that I have. I don't know if I've had the Melbourne breakfast. I do like a breakfast tea, but I actually prefer it. I'm a Lady Grey fan personally. And T2, I tend to get my licorice legs. So that's the licorice root tea that I use when my throat is being painful. Which I probably should really have. And I nearly made up my big Yeti with that in it today, but I didn't. I just went with the bubbly and the coffee. Oh yeah, of course. This stream it might be at a different time for some of you. Absolutely. Oh, Knit Spin Girls, Pearly Core, you guys need to connect either in the fun zone or in the Discord, whichever one you're both in. T2 caramel browning is delicious. I don't think I've had that one. Leanne says, I had a panic attack yesterday. I was exhausted afterwards and napped the arvo away. Sometimes you just need a nap. And I've needed naps so much over the last few months. And I was talking to my doctor about it, and he was just like, it is nothing to worry about. Your body has been going through a lot. So just take the naps. Make the time for the naps. If you need the naps, have the naps. So it's like you're still not healed and you've got a ways to go. Nearly at the end of the first row of the paprika. Then I trashed the stitch. Good job, Chantelle. Well done. You are such a pro at crocheting. You should totally have a YouTube channel. As she splits stitches. Yeah. Oh, you've missed 3 lives because of the time zone change. Oh, no. See, Pearly can clear up some space in her tea cupboard for some other teas that she actually prefers. Look at that. Oh, there you go. Woodstead, you and Gamer Widows, both big fans of Madame Flavour. They stopped stocking the ones I like at Coles and Woolies, so I buy them directly online by the carton. Nice. Sorry for coughing in your ears, everybody. Well, 2 of them you didn't go live because you weren't well, and last week was my appointment. Yeah. No, you don't have to. You didn't miss mine because of you. You missed mine because of me. I've been very unwell lately. So it is annoying how unwell I've been. I'm actually quite frustrated with it. I'll be really honest with my lack of, you know, everything. You could possibly work out a postage option, Pearly Shore, if you want to. It's just the next state. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I want that over there, that there. Well, there you go. I love that you guys are like finding that each other have got favorite teas that either match up or help out in clearing out cupboards, and I think it's great. So for those, like, if I ever got to go to the US, is there an option for me to have milk in my tea and coffee? Like, or or is the only option creamer? I'm curious about that because, like, I don't know how I'm going to go if I've got to go for like a week or something and not be able to have coffee because I can't drink black coffee. It's just, I've tried, I can't. Oh, you do have the milk? Oh, good. So if I went into a cafe and asked for like a coffee with milk, they could make that for me? Because, you know, I can have whatever I want. Oh, thanks. That's good. If it's an extra option, then I'm cool with the creamer. But if it was the only thing, I would be annoyed. Leanne says you could purchase your own little milking cow. Yeah, like, hi, can I please rent a cow for my stay in the US? Thanks. Yeah, I have to say my favorite teas are, ready? Everybody sitting down. You might be shocked. They are Tea Fitalia teas, and it's the mint slice tea. It's a black tea that you can add milk to that has like a chocolate mintiness to it without being herbal, if that makes any sense. So it's my favorite tea, and I think you should all try it. Choc mint, or mint slice it is, mint slice tea from Tea Fitalia. Absolutely, highly recommend. Does the US recognize a flat white coffee? That's a good question. I know not everywhere has espresso, so that's not. So I think what I would be having to get is an Americano with milk. So, yeah, who knew, lol? Yeah, I know. It's shocking. But yeah, because a flat white is a style of espresso. So not everywhere in the US is espresso. But more and more. As long as I can have milk, I don't care if it's espresso or plunger or drip or whatever, as long as I can have milk in it. No one would know the term flat white. Okay, so it's like a cappuccino but without the frothy froths. And the milk is made just a little more dense rather than light. So yeah, I think it might be the other way around. I always get them mixed up. Basically, I get flat whites, my husband gets cappuccinos, his has an extra spoon of froth on the top with a shake of chocolate. I'm also partial to a chai latte. A good chai latte. I don't care if it's liquid or powder, as long as it's a good one. We've got a really nice chai powder here that we use. Nice chai latte. Yum. Don't sprinkle cinnamon on top of my chai latte, though. You'll ruin it. Ruined. You can get flat whites in Europe, believe it or not, and they're not bad either. Well, flat whites are like it's an espresso. It's one of the espressos. Leanne, thank you for getting that link. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'd be more surprised if you didn't have if you couldn't get a flat white in Europe than if you can't get one in the US. Yeah, that's all right. Look, I don't even mind getting just an Americano with milk. As long as I have milk. Yeah, great cappuccino in Bosnia. I don't know which brand they use, but I haven't had as good one here as at home. Yeah, it's probably like how the beans are roasted as well. Possibly locally grown beans. I don't know. I like a good medium roast bean. I'm not a dark roast person. So I like a strong coffee, but made with a medium roast bean. I heard the term on New Zealand show cream tea, which is scones with jam and cream with a pot of tea. I could. Yeah, that's Devonshire tea to me. That's what we call Devonshire tea, right? Where it's like pots of tea with scones and cream and jam. Yeah. The TV ad where they call Aussies coffee snobs is true. Americans have horrible coffee. It tastes different to here. Good coffee in America requires an Aussie to be making it. Sorry to the Americans. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I don't hear great things. And I'm hoping to be totally wrong. I'd like to be totally, I'd like the things that I hear to be totally wrong. But yeah, basically what you've just said there is what I'm hearing as well. John says he likes a light to medium. Yeah, me too. Light to medium roast beans, but then brewed strong. It just creates a different, like it creates a really beautiful depth in your coffee. It doesn't just taste overpowering and burnt. Also, if you're going to make me a coffee, if you burn those coffee beans, I'm out. I don't add sugar. If you make a bad coffee, I taste every molecule of the bad coffee. So, yeah. Holly's a dark roast girl. Awesome. Bianca loves the Devonshire tea. Me too. We need to start exporting baristas to the US. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, look, it comes down to the beans quite often. And I think that a lot of places, like we know here as well, right? There are places where the beans are just bad. Like I don't drink a Macca's coffee. I don't drink coffee from Macca's. I don't like their beans. I don't like how they make their coffee. I just don't like it. So I don't drink Macca's coffee. Not even in the McCafe where they do the espresso. No Macca's coffees for me. But it's the beans. It's not the fact that it's just, I don't like how they do it. Yeah, Game Widow, I've done that as well. I especially hate it when you go into a cafe and you spend $6 or $7 on a coffee and you take a sip and you put it down and you can't drink any more of it because it was just disgusting. The big one is like it's so burnt that when the milk does that milk skin on the top, like when you're using cow's milk and it does that, like the milk does that, the peel thing. That's like if it does that, I don't even take a sip of it. I just hand it back and go, thanks. Yeah, there you go. I can't drink coffee from Starbucks. They burn all their beans. Yep. There we go. Bianca says the same. I don't like coffee from Starbucks. So I had coffee from Starbucks when they first opened in Sydney just to test it out. It was such a long time ago. I don't even remember if I liked it or not. It's like over 20 years ago. That was my last Starbucks coffee. So I'm assuming I didn't like it. Oh, absolutely. The coffee can be burnt if the water's too hot, if the milk is too hot. Like there are so many things that play a part into making a good coffee. You know, have they tamped it properly? Are they getting the most out of it? Are you getting a good crema? Like there's so many things that make into a good coffee that, you know, if you botch one of them, you can still normally get a decent cup depending on which one it is. But if you botch more than one thing, it's just bad. It's just bad. Never ask my dad to make you a coffee. 2 teaspoons of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of coffee powder, half the mug of cold milk. Top it off with cold water from the tap. And oh my God, nope. The second the coffee goes in the microwave, it's out. I'm sorry. It's gone. Just down the sink. Straight up. Don't drink it. Also, I do not drink international floor scrapings. Like, I will drink instant coffee. I'm not that much of a snob. I will drink Nescafe. I will drink Moccona. I will drink Robert Tim's. And probably most of the freeze-dried coffees out there. But I will not drink international floor scrapings. We had a family joke that what it was is what they scraped off the floor under the conveyor belt of the Nescafe, because they are technically made in the same place. But yes, I don't drink powdered coffee. Holly says there are some good small coffee places. There's a coffee place near my house that's called the Bear Coast Coffee that makes a beautiful cup. I'm a bit jealous that you have a cafe near your home that makes a cup of coffee how you like it. I have to get in my car and drive to find somewhere. Other than the coffees that I make, I like the coffee I make, but it's like anything. It's nice when someone else makes it, right? When I was still drinking coffee, I worked in a hospitality school. They had specialty coffee department. It was amazing. That sounds amazing. The perfect latte, when the barista hits that sweet point when heating the milk and added to the perfect espresso. Oh, yes. I will never be desperate enough for international floor scrapings. Me too. Frances says her mum always bought international roast, aka international floor scrapings. Yeah. It is definitely. Yeah, look, you know what? We also have instant coffee here. We what do we have at the moment? I think it's Moccona. But yeah, same deal. I've got a teapot, like a kettle that can go on the gas stove, so I can still boil the kettle and make a coffee or tea. If there's power outages, absolutely. What you have as your backup is different than what you have as your main. That's cool. Because I have what's my coffee machine brand? It is a DeLonghi. A DeLonghi Intelia S, I think it is, off the top of my head. I'd have to go and check. On Mondays, I look who is doing the cafe before I order the coffee at the Macca's where we have our craft group. 2 of the guys make it nice, but the rest burn it. See, it comes down to the training of the barista. It's not always about the beans and it's not always about the equipment. Sometimes it's down to the actual people working the equipment. I'll tell you who makes a really mean, like a really good coffee. Abby. She makes the perfect coffees, but she doesn't do it very often. But she makes the absolute best flat whites and lattes. She frosts the milk just the right amount. It doesn't get too hot. It is perfectly drinkable the second you get the cup. And it's the perfect balance of rich, creamy coffee. It's all good. I'm hoping she can't hear me because I'm really big. Their lavender latte. I mean, I'm allergic to lavender, but it does sound interesting. It does. For instant coffee, I only like Moccona or Jarrah. Look, I've got a thing about the Jarrah. Jarrah to me has childhood memories. It was the fancy coffee when we were kids, right? If mum was feeling particularly fancy, there would be like a Vienna or some sort of Jarrah in the house. But Jarrah coffee is powdered coffee with powdered milk, okay? Which are the 2 things I don't like. And then they add and it's the other flavors I like. So do you know what I do now? I actually, and Nick Nimmin put me onto this, was I actually just like 2 shakes of cinnamon into the bottom of my coffee cup, like the empty coffee cup. And then I actually do my espresso on top of the 2 shakes of cinnamon. And that's like my homemade Jarrah. Because I can't, no, John, it's good. It's just good. Like, yeah. Yeah. Have you met her? Or the water. I bought my own instant coffee to a motel in Parks. Oh, it can absolutely be the water. Oh, yeah, for sure. Robert Tim's instant all the way. The espresso is good. Look, yeah, when I travel, I'll take some Robert Tim's coffee bags. Like, for sure. They're great to have in your bag. They're good little, like, midway between instant and, like, brewed coffee. I like it. I mean, it's probably some coffee snobs out there like, oh my God. But yeah, like I'll just do the couple of shakes of like 2 shakes of cinnamon into the bottom of the cup. If you have sugar, put your sugar in then. I don't do sugar, but yeah, let the espresso brew on top of the cinnamon. So good, rather than adding the cinnamon after and stirring it in. Look, when I travel, unless I'm going somewhere where, you know, I will be frowned upon for doing so, I have a, what's it called? that come out of the US. I'm going to go and grab it. I can't think of the name of it. My brain's just totally... But you basically, I've got my own little hand grinder, so I can take a little container of beans. I can grind my beans. I can pour it into my little thing. I'll be back. Hang on. Do I have a be right back screen? I don't know if I've got a be right back screen here. No, I don't. Good job, me. Well done. I'll have to add one, but I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. AeroPress. I brought all the things. Okay. Bye-bye, crochet. Get out of the way. Now, my poor little coffee thing, it's seen better days, but this is all, none of it's on the inside. It got crushed in a suitcase. Anyway, it's a bit dusty. But you pop your coffee in there, right? Put the little lid on. Screw it on there. Grind, grind, grind. Get your coffee. Takes a while. Takes forever. You've really got to want the coffee to do a manual grind. Then you get your AeroPress, which I'm missing its little cap. Anyway, there's a little cap. It's probably still in the drawer. And you put your little piece of paper on it. Boop. Attach your cap, drop your coffee in there, put it over your cup. So you put your coffee in, put it over your cup, get that on there and hold it for like, you know, a certain amount of time depending, and then slowly push it through. So it's nearly like bar pressure through here. So these travel with me. Not this, I normally just take a couple, but yeah, they travel with me. So I still get like good coffee. Goodish, good enough. My own beans, and I've been known to use bottled water to boil the coffee. So, you know, I prefer it not. The bottled water tastes different too, but it's sometimes just better than some places tap water. AeroPress, that's right. I'm an Italian background, so at home we use a cafeteria on the stove with some coffee from a local roaster, then warm some milk to add and have 50-50 coffee to milk, and that's it. See, that sounds lovely too. I'd try that in a heartbeat. I've got a Turkish coffee pod, where, you know, it's very strong. So I do closer to 50-50 on my Turkish pod. I don't know what a cafeteria is. I'm gonna look it up. But yeah. I have a hand crank stainless steel with ceramic grinder. I use a plunger though. Yeah, this has got a ceramic grinder in it, but it's all plastic. Mousy Moo, good to see you here. It was fairly inexpensive for what it was, really. And then I also have now, Tim and Abby bought me like a big grinder so I can grind more beans. So when I'm making cold brew, I was hand grinding the coffee for the cold brew, and it was just taking forever because I needed like 70 grams. And so they bought me a cool U-Butte, put it in, put your container in and press the button and it grinds out whatever you need. So that saved my hands a lot. But that doesn't travel with me. That's too big. So, yeah. It's a stovetop espresso pot. I'm going to definitely check that out. that's because that could be a good if there's no power, because I've got an espresso machine, and basically it's a lazy espresso machine. I really want to put, but I'm a lazy espresso maker. I put my beans in the hopper. I choose how much coffee I want, like how strong I want it, which is like crank it to nearly the highest, right? And then I press a button and it grinds the beans, puts it through, does the little, when it empties out the little pucks, like when you've got an espresso machine. But yeah, it's all automatic. I don't do anything. And then because I like a long black with the cold milk, I don't even have to froth milk usually. So, and that's why I normally get like espressos and stuff. Not espressos. I get lattes and other ones from other stores. Like when I go to like Kowanda Cafe, their coffees aren't bad. I drink their coffee. I certainly notice a difference when a friend comes over for coffee. Grinding takes forever, but the flavour difference of freshly ground is worth it. I agree. If you've got the option, do it. At least give it a try. And that's the thing. Like my beans sit there as beans until you make the coffee, and it grinds it for you. My coffee comes in K-cups. I'm uber lazy. Someone else was tell me about K. What's a K-cup? I don't know what a K-cup is. I was on my Monday stream and Russell mentioned K-cups and I have no idea what a K-cup is. I feel like, like for someone who loves coffee as much as I do, how do I not know what a K-cup is? Oops, I need a single first. Not a single, a chain. I need to know what K-cups are. I meant to Google it and I totally forgot. I could Google it now. What is a K-cup? Oh, are they just pods? A K-cup's just pods. I don't like pod coffee. Hang on, there's a thing. A pod is coffee or tea that's sealed inside filter paper. They have a round, flat shape and are usually soft and pliable. No, that's not what our pods are. Our pods are like these hard aluminium things that you drop in, like what an espresso uses. An espresso machines use pods. A K-cup is sealed in some kind of cartridge, generally a plastic cup. The cartridge has a plastic ring covered with a foil top. Inside with the filter material keeps the coffee contained. Yeah, so K-cups, all right. So K-cups in the US are like pods in Australia. So, all right, okay, I'm seeing pictures. Okay, so pods in the US are like tea bags, like coffee-filled tea bags that are round. And their K-cups are our pods, like our Nespresso pods and stuff like that. Okay. All right. I now know what a K-cup is. I don't drink them either, just so you know. But yes. No, it's not a specific Keurig thing. I mean, Keurig may have come out, which is why it's got the K. But it looks like lots of brands do them, or at least in Australia. We have a lot of brands that do they're like little cups with a little lid, and then when you put it in the machine stabs it and brews the coffee that way. And then and it can either stab it with like a couple of prongs or a big round one. Well, we can buy our pods. Well, we call them pods here. You can buy your pods from like a 1 to a 10, like 1 being super weak, not worth the effort, and a 10 being like my brain melted. So I get about a 7 or an 8 on that scale. But yeah, we can buy different strength pods. But yeah, I like beans. I'm a beans girl. I like the actual beans being grinded recently. But I did have a machine where I worked one time and I had to use the little pod things in that. I still drank it because that was the coffee that I had available to me. I like the baby milk single serve. I don't know what that is. Baby milk single serve. Yeah. I'm at the end of a colour. Wood. Oh, John uses 2 pods when he makes his coffee. Well, that would make sense, especially because you make such a big coffee as well. Because that's the thing. A pod coffee is normally 300 mils or 330, I think. You love that gauge. Like, why bother to blow your head off or melt your brain? Alrighty. Go. We've done paprika. We're on to dark sage. Hello, dark sage. I can see the light sage. I'm assuming it's a light sage. Let's look. Oh, come up here. Oh, come on. Don't be caught on my chair like that. That's annoying. All right. You are, yes, light sage. Oh. Dark sage. In the bag. Go. Oh, bang. Just throw it at things. Whatever. Like, quick. Let's get it started. A machine does 6, 8 or 10 ounce, and my mugs are either 16 or 20. Yeah, my machine, this is a, what are you? Do you do you have it written on you what you are? Designed in Texas, made in China. This is a 12 ounce, not 12 inch, 12 ounce. And the coffee only fills up to about here at the highest, like the largest. So I think I worked it out that it only does about 8 ounces. Admittedly, I then go and put in 2 ounces of milk. So I have a little bit of clearance. Like when I first make this up, it doesn't fill to the top. It fills only to about here. But this is all lid. So it's like, this is the top here. So it feels like the coffee goes to about there. Then I add milk, goes to about there, and there's a gap. So yeah. Yeah, coffee machines, unless you've got like, you know, a proper bar espresso machine, you just keep going till your cup's full. The automatic ones. What am I doing? I just need a single crochet here. Chantelle. Get a grip. Join. Single crochet. Chain. And then over we go. Okay. See you later, Leanne. Have an awesome one. Molly says she has reusable pods that are stainless steel. She grinds her own coffee. Normal pods are too harmful to the environment. Yeah, it's a big thing in Australia. I don't know if it's the same in other countries, but in Australia, the conversation around non-reusable pods is a pretty big conversation. I don't, because I don't use pods. I don't really have. I mean, I don't get into it too much. But yeah, it's I like the idea of the reusables. I do. That, and I get to choose the coffee that goes in, because like, so not a control freak. So not a control freak. That should be my theme song, right? You know what's going to happen? I'm going to end the stream, right? And then I'm just going to drag and drop that camera to exactly where I wanted it, for like doing exactly the same thing I've been trying to do for the last couple of hours. The lack of waste is one of the reasons we still use the cafeteria. Yeah, look, my coffee machine, all I empty out of that is coffee grinds. There's nothing else. So, what a pretty crochet pattern with a good color scheme. It's a kit. I will say I can't take any credit. It is a kit. It's the Attic 24 Sun Gold. I want to say Sun Gold. Hang on. I just happen to have the packaging. Sun Gold blanket kit. I'm using the Yarn Smiths version, but there was also a Stylecraft Special DK version. The colors are very similar. but I wanted to try the other yarn. It works out, like I will say, right, because it's 15 times 100 gram balls of yarn, and they work out to be such good value, you know, like I think including the post to Australia, because it comes from the UK, I think it's about 75 Australian dollars, right? For 15 balls of yarn. Now, I like calculator time. Hang on. Calculator. That's not a calculator. That's the calculator. So clear. So 75 divided into 15. So it works out at $5 Australian per ball of a quality grade acrylic, including the post. So the post itself is about $20. So it's just really good value, these kits. Like, even though this is, even though it's just a bit, you know, you got to pay for it all at once, all in advance, and sometimes like the actual the clues on some of these blankets, they expect that this is the only project you're doing. They want you to do like 20 stripes in a week. You know, so this can be the only project you're working on if that's the only, like if you want to keep up with the pattern drops. That would be my only thing that I would, yeah, the only thing that I would have issue with. Now they're specifically written for people who are less confident with crochet, so they're very repetitive, and really the colors do all the work. So $5 a ball, that's right. I think it's a good price for a whole blanket, and it makes a full single size, like it makes a full length, and there's a border. So right now it is this wide. I'm 2 gauge to the pattern. Let me just pop it on the end of the table here. So it's easily 150 wide already, like 150 centimeters, or maybe 140, 150 centimeters wide. And that's before the border. Like it's a full size blanket. It's very long, very wide. It's not a knee rug. And I just think for that size blanket, for $75, the pattern is free. You don't even have to use their kits if you don't want to. You can just go and do the blanket with your scraps if you want. And I love it. I love the idea of it. So, you know, I bought a couple of kits now from her. I think this is my 3rd kit. I bought the kit for the fireside blanket, the Stylecraft heathers. I loved using. I really did. I loved using the Stylecraft heathers for that blanket. I thought the colors were amazing. It felt lovely on your hands. Then I did the Spring Frost cowl in the special DK, and that was a chore. The colors were beautiful, and the pattern itself was fun, but the yarn was hard on my hands. So when I was like, okay, I'm probably not going to do another one of her kits unless it comes out in the heathers, because she is a Stylecraft girl, because of just sheer range of color, right? And then this year when this came out, and then they announced that you could get it with the Wool Warehouse's home brand yarn, the Yarn Smiths, or house brand, I should say, not home brand. I was like, I'll give it a try. I'd order this again. I really would. I'd order this again. Yeah, it's not a bad price. It's not like bargain basement cheap or anything, but it's not a bad price. Like for 1,500 gram balls and postage from the UK, $75 or thereabouts. It was. I just think it's decent value. I really do. We were a bit cheeky with the. I think it was the first kits we ordered, because you could order a few kits and it was still the same postage price. So we did that. Like a little group of us ordered a few things. Then the next year we went to order and it was like, no, the postage is per kit. So we were like, dang it. So we did save up. We did save well one year. So, but yeah, I just think it's good. I think it's good pricing, and I think the patterns are interesting enough, especially considering how much you've got to get done a week. You don't want it too technical. Oh, here we go. My 17 skeins for my C to C join as you go came out to be about 166 Australian. What yarn is that, John? Just out of curiosity, because like I'm thinking of the quality, it mustn't be acrylic, or they must be bigger balls. So these are 100-gram balls. Which what is 100 grams? It comes out to be about 3.5 ounces. So this is a DK weight, so it's not a bulky. So yeah, you would pay more for bulky for sure, for sure. Oh, so you're up to ball 11 of 17, because like when you said you were finishing off ball 11, I wasn't sure if that was the last one. So it's Premier Puzzle. Oh, they're 200-gram balls as well. Okay, so it's let me look at the meterage on this. We've got 290 meters or 317 yards for 100 grams. So yours is double the thickness of mine. So yeah. I'm using a 4mm hook for this, and I'm using my dotty hook or dots hooks from We Crochet or Knit Picks or whatever arm of the company you're talking about. I really like these. I didn't think I would. I thought they were going to be too big and bulky, but I happily interchange between them now. You're aiming for a full bed size. So what does full mean? It's so confusing because your bed sizes are different as well. Like here, a queen is different to your queen, and a double is different to your double, and a single is different again. And like, there are things like, seriously, there are some things in this world. Like, why can't they just be the same? Like, you go to IKEA, and if you buy a bed frame from somewhere else and then you go to IKEA to buy the mattress, the IKEA single bed mattresses are too small for the beds. There's gaps around, like we used to fill them with stuffed toys. It's just frustrating. Back to work. Bye, Mousy Moo. Have an awesome one. I'm like, yeah, like this. I understand that some things have to be different. I get that. I really do. But there are other things that I'm just like, why is this got to be different? Like, why can't it just be an international standard? Like yarns, an international standard for yarns would be nice. I just want to point out that the American numbers, that's not international, that's American. Just so that everybody realizes. A lot of us have adjusted to it. But like this yarn out of the UK doesn't have a 3 on it anywhere, or a 4, because it's only US manufactured yarns, or yarns sold in the US that have to do it. Okay, 137 by 190. So that's a full size single-ish. Like it's slightly different, but yeah. Okay, so a full size single bed. So for one of the kids, is that for one of the kids? Because my queen size bed is about 2 meters by 2 meters, or 200 centimeters by 200-ish. And that's the mattress size as well. That's not the, yeah. See, now I have to look it up. Okay. Alrighty, so your singles are wider than ours. Our singles are 92 by 188. A double is 137 by 188. So yeah, so Jancy's right. It's a double. That's a double. My queen is 153 by 203. I must have been thinking of blanket size because you make your blankets wider than the bed. So queens are 153 by 203. Okay. So she's on a double. So that's cool. Abby's on a single. So I think, yeah. So single is 92 by 188 and a double is 137 by 188. Oh, you're making it because you like the yarn. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Sometimes that's the only reason to make something, right? Like, I'm making this because I wanted the kit. I don't actually have anyone in mind for it. I don't know if this is even Abby's colours, if she'd like it or not. Either way, it'll be a really nice couch blanket. It'll look lovely. Yeah, so 137 is a double for the mattress size. Yeah. Did I screw that up? No, I just made a wide stitch. That's all. So the twin size is 96 by 190. Do you get two people on a twin, or a single is 92 by 188? Okay, so your twins are our singles. So I thought as twins is for two people. Okay, they're not. Twins are singles. Yeah, okay. We're still chatting. Rudulant.
What are you going on about beds for?
We're just talking about blanket sizes. So we're working out that.
Doubles.
Well, are doubles? Abby says doubles are doubles. I thought twins were doubles. Bye, Kelly. Oh, a full is a double. So twin is a single. A full is a double. Okay. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But then even our measurements are different too, because your singles or your twins are one. No, where is it? 96 by 5. So your singles are a little bit wider, like an inch wider, and a little longer as well, like half an inch longer. Yeah, interesting. But why can't we have? So that means that US blankets and sheets won't fit Australian mattresses. And neither do IKEA blankets and sheets fit Australian mattresses properly. Get away with the IKEA blankets, but the sheets you can't. Anyway, I'm just going to keep going to the end of the row. We're nearly there. So, those of you that are wondering why I'm going over, I know I'm over. Abby's made it perfectly clear that I'm over. Game Widows is off as well. See you later, Game Widows. Have an awesome day. I hope you all have an amazing day. Just as a quick reminder, Caffeinated Crafters tonight, productivity stream on Saturday. So if you are around, so at the same time this one starts, but Friday night for those of you in the US, Saturday morning for Australia. But yeah, I'll probably just be working on this blanket, just less chatty. I just kick back and change the camera angle a little bit so I can lean back rather than lean forward. And yeah. We'll weave in some ends. There's some ends to weave in. Look at this. It's starting to pile back up again. So who knows? Maybe, and I'll get more ends tonight because I'm going to take this one with me. Sally will be late to that one. That's all good, Sally. That's all good. We're going to have some tunes cranked. There'll be someone who complains about the music because I always do. Okay, so a queen mattress here is 152 by 203. So our queen is 153 by 203. Okay, so a queens are pretty similar. Our kings are 183 by 203. So your kings are a bit bigger. And then our super kings are 203 by 203. Bye, Pearly. Have an awesome, awesome day. Have an awesome, awesome day. And try to breathe deep through the meetings that probably could have been emails. Yeah, Sally, I agree with you on that one. Like, unless the music is distorted, right, which then I get. I don't see why you'd complain. I also feel the same way about people who like during the fiberific tutorials, I used to try and put a little bit of backing track through, and the number of people that complained that it was disruptive, and I'm like, it's barely audible. But it bothered them so much so that they felt the need to write messages about it. So I stopped putting music behind those tutorials. I still do it on my other channel. I like the music's staying. But here, I suppose I can be a little bit more, I don't know what the word is, pushover. But the productivity streams, they're all about the music from Creator Mix. Oh, okay, your California King is 182 by 213. Okay, so it's the same length basically as our King, but it's, sorry, the same width as the King, but it's barely much longer. Okay, that'd be a good one for the tall peoples. Wow, Abs, classy. Is that my Macy? My Macy doesn't want me to pat her because she always complains about it. Alrighty, we made it to the end. Let me just go back to this other main camera, see if it works. It worked. Still got to remove that. There we go. So it has accommodating. There you go. I'm more accommodating. I like that. That's way better than pushover. So yeah. Oh, there we go. That's not changing anything. Well, I don't know what the go is. I will see you all here next week. We'll see if I've made any progress on this blanket at all. And you guys have an amazing time. And I will see those of you that join in on Saturday or /Friday. I'll see you then. Have an awesome one now. Bye.